I was just checking back in with you. It is Monday. I hope you guys had a great new moon weekend. My love ritual went amazing. Aphrodite truly helped me through my my ritual. Just to give a little update, I am going to start working with the goddess Bridget. I'm really excited. I feel like I've been working with her for a while, unknowingly, honestly, because a fellow friend of mine, a fellow spiritualist, the one that recommended the love ritual, was like, you work with fairies and things like that. Like, I feel like, Bridget would be a good goddess for you to work with. And I have Irish in my blood. So, yeah, I feel like she has been very present. And she's also like the guardian of mothers, childbirth, and children and things like that. And she has just a very mothering, nurturing nature to her. So, yeah, I think she's been around for a while. I've kind of been taking my time working with goddesses because, like, that's not something that you want to, like, jump right into. I wouldn't recommend it. And my fellow spiritualist also wouldn't recommend it. I also wanted to give you guys some tips on protection too. Some things that I personally do for protection. One thing I actually just learned about was if you guys own tarot decks, you can literally take your knights. You can literally take all the knights out of your deck and put them on whatever altar or leave them out. I put them on my altar. Just to have, like, to give you protection throughout your days, okay? What's another thing? Oh, I also, make, of course, black salt, and I spread it around my house. I do protection bath rituals and things like that. What else? Of course, I smoke cleanse my house with proper ventilation, of course. Oh, I also carry from my tarot deck strength and justice. In my tarot deck, sorry, that's my daughter. The minute I walk away and I'm no longer in her vicinity, she comes looking for my ass. So that's why I was trying to sneak in here real quick and make a video. What else? Also, I'm an empath, so very sensitive. So some things that I do just to protect my own energy is to protect my own energy, I will put crystals all over the place. Not only will I wear them in my bra, but I'll, like, put them in my purse, wear them around my neck. I have this one necklace that I got off of Amazon that's like a metal spring type of thing where, like, you can put different crystals in it for each day. Oh, and of course, like, I gave my mom my Evil's Eye bracelet, but I have more bracelets coming in the mail. And then, like, I also wear the Evil Eye. The Evil Eye is really good. And I would even, like, recommend you putting the Evil Eye on, like, your social media platforms. That way people can't, you just never know who's looking on your shit. And, like, you always want to protect yourself beforehand instead of trying to protect yourself once things are already... It's just good, better safe than sorry. Doing things ahead of time is always best. What else? Sprinkling, like, salt in all four corners of a room or your house. I do make, like, little protection jars as well, and I put them, like, on the door sills of my rooms. And I also make, like, little sachet bags, like these. I would recommend black, but I put, like, different herbs and stuff like this that go with protection. And I put them in this, and I also put crystals in this bag. And then I would really recommend you going to get this book. It's Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. Because like this book is just it's so amazing. Like it tells you, it defines like what element, what planet, the powers of each herb, the element, the powers of the planet, the gender that it resonates with. And it's just really good. And then like in the back, it specifically tells you, hold on. It specifically tells you, sorry, one moment. It specifically tells you like which herb goes with which category, like lust to decrease lust, witch hazel, money, riches, treasures, wealth to obtain. And then it just shows you all the, so it's just a really good reference. I would highly recommend that book. And no, I'm not getting paid to recommend anything on my channel. I'm not that far along within my channel yet. But yeah, what else about protection? Oh, you can do like, well, I make protection oil. And you can like anoint your doors with it. Do like sigils. If you are Christian and you believe in the cross, you know, you can do a sigil of a cross or whatever you believe in. You can do the 5-pointed star for all the elements, you know. It's really up to you what you want to do with your home and ways to protect it. Aloe vera is also a good thing to do or place outside of your home, honestly. What else? Black stones are always good, like black tourmaline or obsidian. I'm trying to think. And also you can just like walk around your house and be like, I rebuke and bind. I rebuke. Words are very powerful. I rebuke and bind. If you believe in angels, of course, build a connection with your angels first, you know, because like they want to know that like you believe in them. They're just like God. Angels are not going to intrude on you. Same way that nature won't intrude. You kind of have to let them know that you want their help. So you just ask, you know, Archangel Michael. He's like the angel of protection and the warrior. So you just ask him like, oh, I forgot I had a moon spells journal. Oh, the things that we forget. I just have so much stuff. And I do really want to do like a giveaway on my channel. Because I want to show you guys that like I appreciate you and stuff. And I want you guys to show me that you appreciate me too. Like I've noticed on my channel, like people aren't really liking or commenting. They're just viewing. And, you know, I appreciate the views and everything. But like I ask in every video, like, please like, share, and subscribe, especially if you enjoy it, because it'll help me get on a certain algorithm within the platform for my videos to be viewed more and things like that. So what else was I saying? Oh yeah, call in like Archangel Michael and be like, look, rebuke and bind Archangel Michael if any negative energy that is dwelling. And something else is good for empaths, like if you're with people and like you're, you know, around people and then like you leave their presence and, you know, you go about your day, they go about theirs. Once they leave, like I consciously have to say, I release any energy that is not my own, because as empaths, we will soak that shit up and take that shit home with us. And I refuse. Like I have got to, it's so good. Like once you start learning about yourself and you learn that you're sensitive, and you learn that there's ways to protect yourself from your sensitivity, it's really, really, it's just good. It's good to know that there are ways to help you being sensitive, and you don't have to always just suffer, you know, for being sensitive. Being sensitive is a gift. Yeah, what else? Protection. The black salt, the way I make black salt is I use incense, like leftover incense ash, and mix it with whatever salt I have. I prefer sea salt. And then you just mix it up in your mortar and pestle if you have that. If not, you can just mix it up with a fork or spoon. Yeah. And there's your black salt. You sprinkle it outside your home, outside your windows. If you have kids, outside their window. And just say prayers. Prayer is very important as well. Like, you know, prayer goes a long way. Prayer is just like manifestation. So, yeah. What else? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I think I've kind of covered mostly what I do. Yeah, all your nights in your tarot deck. What else? Wearing rings are very good too to like help protect against outside energies. Like you can even put your intention behind each piece of jewelry and say, I want this piece of jewelry to, oh, tiger's eye is also a good crystal for protection. And like people don't realize that curses and things like that, like they're a manifestation of basically a dirty look, or like they manifest so easily, like by the simplest thing. People don't literally have to do magic on you to curse you. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to do black magic on you to curse you. They can just think a bad thought about you and that's cursing you. Or like, so I just wanted to put that out there because I feel like there's a misconception. Like people think, oh, somebody's doing work on me. Like, no, that's not always the case. Okay. And I also would recommend, like, if you're, you know, protection is just always good. It's always good to make sure you're protected, especially when you're in the spiritual community, because there's a lot of envious people. Not everybody has your best interest at heart, and that's something that I've been learning recently too, because I'm so light in love, and I'm light in love, and like sometimes that it makes me forget like the evil in the world a little bit. Like I'm kind of in my own bubble of like light and love, that I don't really realize or even think that like that everyone doesn't have my intentions, which is kind of bad intentions, which is kind of naive. But at the end of the day, I feel like it protects me a lot, and that makes my protection from my spirit guides and my angels and things like that much more potent, because I have such a pure energy. It just makes my spiritual squad that much more deep because they know my heart, and they know, you know, what my intentions are with everyone that I come in contact with. Now, unless you provoke me and you do some fucked up ass shit, even then it's hard for me to have ill will. So like I was saying, if you are somebody who, you know, is very sensitive and you feel like you need to up your protection game, I would highly recommend doing like a sachet of protection for your car. And you can just put whatever in it, anything that like you, and enchant the items too. Like if you put certain herbs, I know thyme is good for protection. Again, like tiger's eye, another crystal that's good for protection is smoky quartz, like against like psychic attacks. Yeah, so you just hold your herbs or you hold your crystal and speak your intention, like I want you to protect me, you know, like talk to it. And you can even burn candles for protection. There's so many things that you can do for protection. It's not even funny. So yeah. And prayer, like I can't stress how important prayer is for protection as well. You know, very, very important. Like never forget prayer. I feel like when we start becoming awake spiritually, you know, we literally have to retrain our brains and everything that we've learned up until this point. And sometimes we go so far that we forget about prayer. We start doing manifestation, and we start doing spell work, and we forget about the basics. Even just because we have to relearn everything doesn't mean that some of what we learned was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Some of what we learned is essential and does work. You know, it's just picking sense out of nonsense and understanding that we need not rely on humans to teach us things, especially the people who came before us, because the people who came before us, I'm not going to say they're part of like, oh, I did not know these had plastic covers on them. I'm not gonna say like they're part of like a generational curse, but like they were just here to like usher in us in a way. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that like they were here to bring us in so we could change the world. Like, we're the light workers, you know, they were the vehicles. So like I just feel like the ones that came before us, not from way back when, but like our parents, our grandparents, mainly like our older generations of people, like they are still kind of stuck in the matrix. So we can't really fully rely on them because they aren't doing, or they weren't doing what we're learning now in the new age. Like they weren't doing ancient stuff. Like I remember growing up, we didn't have like real traditions. We had the generic, regular, you know, traditions, Christian faith religions, things like that. And not that there's anything wrong with those, but like when I find out from like people that in Africa they do offerings to the water and just to give the ocean something that it doesn't have, to me those are the type of things that I would have loved to learn growing up, because I think it's meaningful. It has more meaning, more intention, more thought, and I'm very thoughtful. I'm very sentimental, and I care about the earth. I haven't always cared. You know, I used to litter at one point in time, but now I'm the person that if I see litter on the ground, I'm like picking up other people's trash and like saying how despicable humans are, because we are trifling. Like, we want the world and the earth and Mother Gaia to take care of us and be there for us, but we're not there for her. You feel me? Like, anyway, that's a whole nother topic, but, and I could go on for days, but yeah, I think that it's just good to relearn things, but not to forget certain things that we did learn, you know, because there is a lot of wisdom in what we learned from our elders, you know. But we need to go back to ancient wisdom. And the ancient wisdom is still here. It's just been buried and hidden and not looked at, you know, because I feel like people are so judgmental. And it's like when you hear in the Bible that God doesn't judge, or he says, thou shalt not judge, but that's exactly what the Christians do. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly what they do. They judge you. So yeah. I just want to get on here and check in with you guys after this new moon weekend and give you some tips on protection and things like that. Things that I do, things that I know work. It's also good to just keep up like protection spells and things like that. Like, right, protection for my family. Like the other day I burned a candle and I took permanent marker and I wrote all the names of my family members on it and burned it and didn't blow it out. I waited for it to burn. It was like one of these candles. Hold on. It was one of these candles like this. And I waited, and I didn't blow it out. I waited until it was completely finished to blow it out. And that's another thing. Like, if you have a partner, like my partner had blown out a candle of mine before, and I had to let him know, like, no, don't blow my candles out, bro. Especially the tall pillar ones. Like, don't blow those out, please, because they're burning for a reason, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I wish you all a blessed day.